Hello, I'm Mona Flynn, here to share with you using Revolved Triangle and a small ball, the Franklin mini roll, to get a little bit more isometric strengthening to the muscles of the back line of the body. I'm going to use a chair, one in front and one beside, that will help with a little bit of reassurance just in case you might want it, and the ball underneath the front of the right foot. In addition, I'm going to use the block underneath the chair just in case I decide that I'd like to go a little bit lower in my fold and revolved triangle. The shape of the mini roll makes it very easy to rest my foot in that indentation, and then I'm going to step well back and have ample distance. In this pose, I am not walking the tightrope. My heels are with the floor. My pelvis is square with the direction that I am facing, and I'm going to aim to stay long through the front body, heart beating, front spine lengthening. As I come and fold, I could hang on to the chair, or I can come and fold. While I am here, the idea is to curl the toes around the ball and slowly let up on it, using the breath. If I spend more time looking down, then I miss the opportunity to include the muscle fibers of the upper back also cinching up in response. I can come a little bit lower, deciding along the way as my back body muscles relax what is enough and not too much. A micro bend of the knee is protective, inviting the right side of the pelvis back and the left side forward is the awareness building, the progress that I make, understanding this pose more. And with the breath to curl the toes and slowly let up on it. When you're ready to add a little bit of a twist, keeping it simple is a wonderful way to get to know your place in a pose, taking the right arm behind you and turning your head and ribcage to the right any amount, recognizing that you are turning on the axis of the spine. I want to keep my head right in the middle and notice the range of movement and how the bottom hand is in charge of helping me turn. I can tug a little bit along the chair and help the ribcage turn that little bit more, and just feel what participates, how the right side of the pelvis really does come back. Once I have a little bit more understanding, then to explore taking the arm out to the side as I turn puts a little bit more action into the work, turning the head to look to the top hand and finding what is enough and not too much. Along the way, we are aware also of keeping length through both sides of the body. I can take advantage of the chair and park the bottom hand at its length, in which case I have a little bit of a challenge. I have a balance challenge because I've taken away some of the anchoring of the front foot, and I'm not getting to put as much weight in that hand. And so I want to come and back off just a little bit, meaning give myself an easy entry to explore and notice where am I able to stay in charge. Still, the idea is curling the toes around and slowly letting up on that to affect a cinching up action in all of the muscles that are lengthening to accommodate and teaching them their anchoring kind of strength. As you're ready to come out of the pose, come unwinding. Remove the ball from underneath the front foot. And whether you take the arms wide out to the side or ahead, as you come unfolding, it's a cinching up kind of action that adds value to the strength work of the back body. In case your fold could stand to be deeper, the option of using the block gives you a chance to experiment with how low that you are still able to keep from winging the hip out, from keeping the head centered, and from staying long through the side body in this pose. When you are ready, step the feet together. Stand and feel the fruit of the labor. And then repeat the other side, aiming to create balance in the body. I'm going to turn the chair in the other direction. And as I do, the bowl will be underneath the left foot. My turn is going to be to the left. Incidentally, if I want it to be a little bit higher, I could use the block underneath my hands in the seat of the chair. So here I am, adding the ball underneath the front foot, stepping to an ample distance, keeping both heels with the floor, keeping the pelvis square with the direction that I am facing, and curling the toes around and slowly letting up on it, coming and going with the breath. If I wanted a kinder place for wrists, if you have a wrist sensitivity, then using the block this way is perfectly fine. Remember, reserving it if you are exploring a deeper fold would be just great to have it ready at the chair. Curling the toes around the ball and slowly letting up on that isometric action comes with the breath. Taking the left arm behind you and turning to the left and finding turning on the axis of the spine, inviting the left side of the pelvis back. Weight to the inner edges of the heels. Deciding along the way if you are ready to take the arm high and recognizing that the arm below is in charge of this twist, tugging at the chair and helping you turn the rib cage. The top arm goes along and then reaches out. Even the fingertips reach up. At this rotation, you could continue curling and releasing the grip around the toes. As you are ready to come out of the pose, taking the arms wide, coming upright, stepping down, and stepping the feet together. You have many ways of adding challenge and value by how you use the bowl, when you decide to remove it, and regardless, aiming to practice both sides to build a balance in the body and how you use your practice. Namaste.